just phenomenal when it comes to RC toys. A lot of creations I actually kind of envy them for really nice. But today I'm going to take you on a little tour and show you my collection and see what you think. First, got the HPI Hellfire. Nothing special about it. It's given to me. Given to me by a kid who had it given to him by a guy who owned it for, well, all of about a day. He probably made about 3 tanks and crashed it and figured that was it and gave it to him. So gave it to the kid and said good luck. The kid brought it to me to fix, and so far I'm not having much luck with it. There's no compression on it, and that's too bad. I think the guy only made 3 tanks, but yeah, free is free, right? The next, I got my Monster GT. I've done a few upgrades to it. Everything's stock, like the engine and drivetrain. The only thing I've done for mods are the upper and lower control arms to RPM, and put some Integy aluminum filled oil shocks, and they work quite a bit better than the fake reservoirs that come stock on it. I got some big Joe tires. Man, this thing handles a lot differently in the corners now. It just leans right into it. It's got such a wide track to it that it doesn't turn over as easy as it does with the stock tires. So besides the big Joe tires and Proline, I got the beadlock wheels from Axial. That's pretty much it for that one. Next, Jato, everybody's favorite. And this little bad boy. I like racing cars with the vehicles out in front. It always gets good reception from a lot of people, except the drivers that I'm racing. And usually you'll find 1 or 2 that like to go with it, and they'll step on it and race you. So that's kind of cool. I'll just show you quickly inside. Nothing really special. I do have RPM control arms for it in black, but I'm going to have them coming again, and they're coming in blue this time, just like I should have got the bumper in blue instead of the black, but now, well, what do you do? I've just put the Traxxas resinator tuned pipe in it. This thing was stupid fast before. Now it's retarded. Just insane trying to keep the power planted in the back wheels. So anyway, yeah. Next we'll move on. Yeah, my Losi Muggy. This is pretty much stock. My wife bought me this for Christmas. And I went out, got some Proline tires, some Axial beadlock wheels. Custom paint job. This one here was from Casey's Custom Painted Bodies out of Arizona, I believe it was. Did a pretty good job. It's kind of supposed to be like an ice skull that you threw into a fire and how it melts. Did a pretty decent job. On the back was even better, because this one here has got pigmentation in it, or it glows in the dark. And after the Muggy, I've got an Exceed RC. This is a pretty cool little car. Some kids had brought it to me, and they found it in an alley. Some guy had lost it on a glitch. So come brought it to me, gave him $10 for it, and away I went. But needs a couple things. It's kind of a hoard to order parts for. There's no hobby store in town that has any parts for it. Everything has to be done over the net. Nothing spectacular. So went out and bought a transmitter for it and a couple parts. A whole box load. Well, last and not least, my pride and joy. This is the RTR, it's not the SS, but as you can tell I pimped it out a little bit. Again, another custom paint job. This one here has got quite a few upgrades to it. Let's see if I can get this shell off. Wow. A little troublesome today. Alright. So anyways, you can see the little heavy duty front brace. The heavy duty back brace. Aluminum wing. Rear shock tower. Suspension. The DDM pipe. And I actually have the aluminum wheels. And these are the Rockstar ones, 40 series TGN. I got the mashers for them and the Moabs, but really turned out to be shit tires. Always moving, the foams are shifting. It was never a pretty sight. The motor's a 29cc O'Neill Brothers Racing. It's got a stuffed stroker crank in it. I've got two domes for it actually, because you can change the dome in the top. So underneath where the spark plug goes, I'll show you what that looks like. One of these little dealies. And now, instead of running just plain pump gas, I can run it on the 120 octane or alcohol. That'll be a blast once we get rid of the snow. Absolutely no traction out there. So that's pretty much it. So yeah, I also have two other engines for it actually. One could never be too prepared, right? Look at that. Twins. It's good stuff. Anyway, besides that one, when that one craps out, I'm also upgrading. Let's see if we can find it here. The stock 23cc engine. As you can see, it's already got the copper head gasket in there. So I've upgraded this from a 23 to a 30.5 with a stroker crank in it from O'Neill Brothers. Thanks to Sean and the guys down there for setting me up again. They always seem to cut me some kind of big sympathy discount. Not sure what that's all about, but that's always a good thing. You never want to do away with one of those. So anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys always got to have extra parts. So of course there's always a big container. There's a few $100s worth of parts. Got everything I need. Computer at one end, TV, workstation. That guy needs a longer cord for the camcorder too. Should have charged the batteries and I wouldn't have to worry about it. So that's it for now. Post your comments. Let me know what you think. Better yet, post comments showing me yours. Show me your setup. Show me what you got. Anyway, I'm out of here. Be good. Peace.